All right, so let's go over Brass String out of the EDM Volume 1 demo. And this one is the next one up right after the first one, which I already did a video on this part. Except this is actually a continuation. I just forgot to actually include it in the original video, so let's do it now. So this is the lick. Cool. I actually really like this one a lot because of how it plays with like the tightness and the looseness, and then kind of this double thing. It kind of really changes the way that it attacks and impacts you. And I really like that about this preset. So let's see the parameters that I automated. What's also really cool is I didn't even EQ this at all. I don't know, I must have just gotten lazy or something. But whatever, I mean, I just like the way it sounded. So let's see the parameters that I used. So it looks like the first thing is this EQ low cut, but I actually didn't do anything with it, so that doesn't even have to be there. So I will just delete that because why not? Don't need it. So then we have a volume, which again looks like this must have been carried over automations from previous things when I did a copy paste. Okay, cool. So here's where our automations begin, and let's just get those open. Okay, so first thing is the delay. So it looks like I'm playing with the delay here so that at some parts we're getting it popping and some parts we're turning it off. So let's just listen to this real quick, specifically listening to the delay, because this is actually probably going to be pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the ways I was able to play with the tightness so much. So let's pay attention specifically to the way that the sound becomes tight and loose kind of a little bit depending on this delay. Cool, so it does more than obviously just the tightness and looseness, but if you want to call it that. But it's definitely in making it feel more environmentally kind of large when this is happening. I really dig that, especially at the end here when we bring it up. We're making those delays know, hey, we're at the end here. We're kind of going to fade into the new section. Nice. As opposed to right here. No delay. Cool. So let's check out doublets. This is going to make it, this is really what we're going to hear. So let's just listen first before I even explain it. Let's listen right here. You hear how it's kind of like doubling on itself, or that it's almost, there's like another hit right after the hit? That's the doublets. Really cool effect. Oh, I like that right there. We get it only for that second. Cool, so that's doublets. Then we have the stab. So this is going to probably change the way that this is hitting us, the way that the attack is hitting us. So let's see if we can hear the difference between when it's here and here. Well, it's working with a bunch of other elements to make it all come together. But the stab is slightly changing the way that it's impacting us, I believe. I'm just hitting a note right now. Cool, I really like this sound. And then we have FM, and this is the one that's really making it sound more aggressive as we get higher up. So let's just high cut down here, which I didn't touch, so we can get rid of this one too. Okay, so we have the stab and then the FM, and these two seem to be working somewhat together. But the FM is, I think, going to be one of the really cool ones. So this one's going to be obvious to hear. You've probably already heard it several times, but let's take a listen one more time. So pretty obvious what that FM is doing. It's pretty aggressive. I really like that. I think it really characterizes this sound well and makes it become much more aggressive in this drop. That it makes the texture or the way that this sounds, just the feel, so much more heavy. So let's listen to the whole thing. Cool. So that was how I used the automation parameters or the macros inside of Brass String to make it perform, make it do what it did. And that's Brass String. Real quickly, let's just listen to this whole section. I did this one in the previous video, but let's just hear how they both come together. Cool. So, man, that FM is really I think my favorite character of this sound is that FM though. All of this stuff is really cool. It adds a lot of coolness, but man, that FM, I really dig when that comes up. Cool. All right, so that is Brass String. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know, and I'd love to hear what you do with this sound.